We're here to discuss House Bill 2018, which is an act related to the timetable for preparation of proposed congressional legislative redistricting plans by the LSA. I believe my understanding is that it changes the amount of time to draw the second and third maps from 35 allowed days to 21. It was introduced by Representative Stone, who is here as well. Does anybody, I guess I'll just go around and let people speak for or against. Does anybody have anything to say on the bill?
I'm Amy Campbell. I represent the League of Women Voters of Iowa, and you know that they're very protective of the redistricting process. I mean, I feel like if you look back at the history of the redistricting process, that this process has served us all very well throughout the years. And we question whether the need to shorten it. Hopefully in 10 years, we're not going to be in a pandemic. I hope this is only every 300 years or so, but there could be other things that are unforeseen that might cause delays like computer issues or something. Certainly the LSA has been able to provide this in a faster time frame because of the increased technology that we have. But we worry that if you shorten it and in time frames, if there is a glitch in the future, that might cause problems as well. And we think that the longer time frame gives more opportunity for people to review the maps and have input into that with their lawmakers. So we're registered undecided right now because I really wanted to know what the reasoning behind it was. And I apologize, I was sick last week, so I didn't get a chance to talk to you about it. So.
No problem. Any other?
My name's Peter with the Iowa AFL-CIO. We don't have any standing on this right now. I'm just here to learn about.
There, are you LSA? Is anybody here LSA?
I mean, I'll say this.
Oh, okay. Because I have some questions for you, but I will wait my turn.
Yeah. Nobody else has anything to add, then I'll still go to representatives and feel free to ask questions.
Thank you. LSA Fiscal, what's your name? I'm sorry. Xavier. Okay, Xavier. So my question was, I know during the past redistricting process for both the second and, well, we didn't get to the third. For the second map, y'all got it back to us in a much shorter time frame than some of us hoped. So, you know, I don't remember. I think it was longer than 21 days, but not much longer. And I'm just curious, do you have an opinion or does your department have an opinion as to whether or not shortening it up to this extent could hypothetically possibly cause problems in the future?
I can look into that certainly and get back to you. But I
Okay, right. That's interesting that there's no one here from LSA that could speak to that. Okay, yeah, and I would just say, I think you mentioned we did get the second map sooner than so it wasn't like they were sitting on it or anything like that. And I assume they got it to us as soon as they could. And it took them longer than the 21 days. Did anybody know what the 24 days or?
Yeah, so they got it to us in 20 days.
Oh, okay.
So, and as a freshman legislator, just kind of coming in new and looking at the process, I just felt that it's just time to modernize and move it forward. I know when it was originally wrote in 1980, the internet didn't exist and everything. There was a lot of handwritten and, computers weren't just, around then. Obviously the government had computers, it just wasn't commonplace. And so, if I felt that, well, if we could shorten the time frame to alleviate any problems in the future from 35 to 21, if they were able to get it to us in 20, then 21 should be a good compromise. And that was my own. There was nothing nefarious about it. It was just, hey, let's modernize our system and move us forward. So,
did you talk to anyone from LSA about it? Do you know because again, yeah, they got it to us in 20 days, right. But I imagine, yeah, I mean, I don't know if that was easy for them, if they had no problems with that, or if that was a crunch, or if there was something special about these maps that allowed them to do it sooner than normal. So yeah, so I understand what you're saying. I'll probably just wait till I have a chance to talk to LSA and see whether or not it's, what their opinion is of it. If they're allowed, I don't know if they're actually allowed to give an opinion, but at least they can indicate whether or not it's going to be feasible. So thank you.
To be honest with you, okay, so I went through the redistricting here a decade ago. And we didn't have a pandemic or anything, and things just went extremely well. To be honest with you, I don't see the need to shorten it, but I would like to see those on the second half if need be, maybe some public input on that, as we kind of were talking about earlier. And even the third map, a little public input, if we could have that. Now, if you watch the public input on the first one, there were 5 or 6 people who talked, and they just liked our process. They didn't say a thing about the map, but they still need to. I still think people need to have an input on the second and third map if necessary. But with all due respect here, I don't think we
approach to this in the sense that one of the reasons I think why they were able to do it in 20 days is because we didn't have that public input period of the 3 public meetings of the board review. And so if we were going to talk about extending that, maybe they would need a little bit more time. So I think it's a good thing to talk about. And I know one of your reasons you said introducing this was to start the conversation and just make sure that everything is done in the best way possible the next time in 10 years. But it sounds like we'll hold on it and get some more information, especially since it sounds like there's 2 members that maybe have some apprehensions about it, but appreciate the conversation. And I think we'll have some other bills where we can continue to have this conversation going forward.
Okay, thank you.
All right, any other comments or questions? If not, I'll adjourn the subcommittee. Thank you all for coming.
you notice